Right, the Vicbred Super Series for the 2-year-old colts and geldings, sponsored by APG, taken out by Soho Trump and Mick Stanley, well Chris Alford, but Mick Stanley as a trainer. Mate, what a win.
Yeah, great win. As you can see, he's a big imposing fella. He's a big strong horse. Puppet said we probably went a bit slow through the middle. He had to wake him up at the top of the straight, but as you saw, his last 50 is pretty powerful. So yeah, he's been a great acquisition to the team.
He is imposing. What I might do is actually put some video over the top of him. I'll get it afterwards because he's a brute. I said to the guys when I came up, which one is he? And they said the one at the end. I'm like, he's a 3-year-old to look at, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a big, powerful boy, and yeah, especially out of that family, being out of Aussie Made Lombo. Like as we know, Aussie Made Lombo is out of Taylor Made Lombo. They just leave champions, don't they? So they weren't overly big. Taylor Made Lombo is big, but Aussie Made Lombo is small, and everything she's thrown's been on the smaller side, but. Probably the Captain Crunch, you know, that Captain Tetris, Sun Beach Lion, a big horse, he's probably thrown to that, and yeah, he's got a massive motor. And he's closely related to Sweet Lou as well. I don't know what hat I've got on, but that horse as well. But yeah, I mean, Sweet Lou throws big, posing horses. Like it's just, ticks all the boxes. And the beauty about Aussie Made Lombo and even Taylor Made Lombo, they left winners. Didn't matter where you went to, they left winners. They weren't just nice horses. Horses like him, they kept going. A 4- and 5-year-old career for this horse could be anything. Yeah, 100%. Look, he's probably the best one Aussie Made Lombo's left. She's left a lot of nice horses, but not a really good horse, and he's probably the first one. But as you know, Taylor Made Lombo was the champion, wasn't she? And you know, and that's probably why Puppet drove it. You know, a bit of Rob was there into the bit of the romantic side. I do love Soho Charmer. I think he's going to be a great horse. But yeah, Rob's like, you know, I'm happy for Puppet to drive him. You know, he drove Aussie Made Lombo to all her wins for Rob, and then obviously he drove Taylor Made Lombo, you know, which was a champion for him. So Rob was into the romantic side of it, and yeah, it was good to see it continued. How good is that for the industry? Seriously, because we all want to win, and you want to win, so you say you got to put the best. But the romance in Rob, and I would imagine, you know, there'd be quite a few other people would have seen it. I saw it in Noel and Jane just there before, and they're rapt to see him. He's going out on competence now. But that's cool, isn't it? It's a great part of the industry. Yeah, it is. And, you know, I mean, you know, I'm sure I would have loved to drive him too, but, you know, we were just in a fortunate position where all our 3-year-old colts are really nice horses, and whichever one we jumped on was going to give us a good run. He got the best of them and won, but, you know, the other two went great as well. But as you said, yeah, no, it's Puppet's won more Vicbreds than I've probably driven winners, so he didn't really need to get chucked on another winner. But no, it was great. It was a good reward because over the years, you know, Puppet's driven a lot of my second stringers that I've driven, and you know, they have been the second stringers, and he's and I've won a lot of the races. So it's great that I could reward Puppet with a good winner for the work that he's done with me over the years. I know back when I had Spectacular going through the Vicbred and I was suspended, he jumped on her in the heats and semis, and I was back, and you know, it was no worries for him to let me back on for the final on that. So yeah, personally, it was good to reward Puppet for the help that he's given me over the years also. Yep, very well said, and definitely not lost on you as well. Your team's flying. You had a winner last night at, was it last night? Ballarat? Yeah, two nights ago at Ballarat in one of the 4-year-old semis as well, the answer. It was impressive. You're getting winners in Menangle. Have you had a winner there tonight yet? Yeah, you betcha Tiger Pie just won. So, yeah, no, the move's been great. I mean, it helps, you know, we knew that we had probably the best bunch of young horses we've had for a long time, so it was the right time to make the move, and yeah, it's been fruitful. But as we've seen, these horses all been back at our farm in Burrenbeat for a good 6 weeks, and they're still flying. It's got nothing to do with where we are or not. They're just good horses. Yep. The guys in the Soho horse, which I'm not going to try and say it because I can butcher any name at the best of times, ripping guys, it must be cool training. You train for Rob, professional. A lot's been spoken about how you came to have that association, but a few of these other guys, they just seem like ripping people, those guys. Yeah, they are. They're great. John and Francis and John Simpson Morgan, so they're great, and they've had a great ride. They've bred him. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result tonight, but he's had a long year and some tough racing, and probably just looking for the paddock after going and missing the Derby, but he'll come back a great 4-year-old. Then we throw in Coastal Drive. You know, he's ran third in that Vicbred, and was a mighty run, and Evan Zapras is just new to the stable. and just made the move over since we shifted and that. So yeah, to get good guys like that just into the mix instead of just having the one owners, been really refreshing, really.
I was about to say, you look refreshed. You look like you actually look like you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I was a bit down on the industry, 2 years ago, but I'm refreshed, hungry as ever, and really loving it.
Yeah. I wear a few hats. I did have the green one on earlier. I think I've got a red one on at the minute. But just Soho Park Avenue, impeccably bred, being a son of Bettor's Delight, but out of Tribeca's family, Pixel Perfect family. Doesn't matter where you pick any horse out of that family, and does seem a little bit small. But your thoughts on him going forward in the future?
He's going to be a great horse. He'll be a lovely Derby horse because he's going to Bettor's Delight out of that family. He's going to see the trip. He's probably a little bit in the same boat as South Paulo Simba. He's had a long year. He was at Bathurst at the start of the year, went to Queensland for the Proto Star, and he's backed up here again. So to run third, he's had a mighty year, and he's going to make a lovely 3-year-old. So yeah, he'll go to the paddock and have a well-earned rest and come back next year.
Pretty sure it was Newcastle where he just exploded up the straight, and it's one of those races I was just like, wow. I actually said a HS word instead when I was watching it, but yeah, it just looks like he's got that speed to burn out of that family, and breeding helps. One thing about this is the Vicbreds. This is for people who breed these horses, and it's understanding what they are. And you can get horses like this guy here, but you've got these other horses that who knows where they could end up in 2, 3, 4 years time.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I mean, Rob spent 30 years getting his breed to where it is, so it's all credit to him for what he's done with his broodmare line, and the stallions that he goes to, and he's done a great job, and I'm just one that gets the reward on the racetrack.
Keep up the great work, mate. You get up to Sydney a fair bit, so I won't be missing out on you, but that's good, and I think well done the way presentation, the way you present your horses, the way they race. I think well done, and very, very competitive, and thank you very much for joining me, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Paulie. Cheers, mate.